Hi dear traders, and a warm welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad to see you once again in today's new video. So today I'm going to be trading using technical analysis. I'm going to start with a deposit of $13 and try and hit my goal for today, which is around $10,000 or more, and hopefully I'm able to hit it by the end of this video. So stay tuned and watch out for this. And also I'm going to be working out on situations I'm quite familiar with. I'm going to be using a 15-second time frame and opening trades from 1 to 3 minutes. So stay tuned and see how I work out all the situations using technical analysis, because you might learn from it. And also, if you have any questions concerning today's trades, don't forget to ask in my private chat, or you can comment them down below. And don't forget to support my channel by liking the video, sharing this video to your friends and family, and subscribing down below to my channel. Let me find my first entry point. So here we have a price in the sideways drift. At the same time, you can see that the main price lows on the chart are increasing. So in this situation, I'm going to open a 2-minute trade because I think that the price will be moving up in the near future. And additionally, I can see a certain compression of the resistance level here at the upper border of the flat range. Earlier, you can see that the price showed a good rise by breaking out of the sideways range. So here we may see a similar price movement. Also, you can see that there is still some considerable distance to the last price high from our entry point, and all this indicates that the price has a good potential for an upward movement. And in this situation, I used 2 minutes with the reserve, taking into account the possible trades. But let me wait and see the results. This is not bad at all. Despite the price entering the consolidation zone and not leaving it within 2 minutes, our trade gets closed above the entry point, and I made very good profit from the first trade. So I'm going to continue and see what's happening next. As you can see, the trading near the resistance level continues. At the same time, the price is already breaking above it. In such a situation, I'm going to open a 2-minute trade because I believe that the price will move up here. Also, I can see that the main price lows on the chart are still increasing, and for now you can see that the price has been getting closer to the marked level, and the candles have become quite shorter. This indicates an accumulation phase, and usually after such an accumulation, the price makes some kind of impulsive movement. Since we are in an uptrend here, it's most likely that the price will make an upward impulse move soon and fully break through the resistance level. And in this situation, I've used 2 minutes with the buffer. Let me wait for the trade to finish. This is quite good. You can see the price is moving according to our scenario. You can see it's breaking out of the trading zone and showing an upward impulse here. And you see here I got a very confident profit. 2 minutes was enough time for this. Let me continue and find my next entry point. So here we have a good confident uptrend, and as you can see, the price has made quite a strong pullback down to the support level and then continues moving up, mainly with green candlesticks. So here I'm going to open a 2-minute long trade because I believe that the price will likely continue rising up with the uptrend. And also looking at the overall situation, I can see that the main price lows on the charts are increasing, and at the same time from the support level, I can see that the price made a good rebound upwards and started moving predominantly with longer green candlesticks. All of this indicates that the price has a good potential for an upward movement, and in this situation, I used 2 minutes with the buffer, considering that the price may enter the consolidation zone or experience a pullback. But let me wait and see the results. This is not bad at all. As you can see, initially the price made a good upward impulse, followed by a pullback downwards. However, you can see our trade closed above the entry point, and here I was able to make very good profit from a slight price increase. And as you can see, it's not always possible to perfectly time the trade. With more experience, you'll get better at it. So let me find my next trade. So here the price is moving along the uptrend. Also at the moment, there is a price correction. Plus recently, I can see the trade has been moving downwards more impulsively. In such a situation, I'm going to open a 1-minute short trade. I believe that the price will show some decrease soon, and also you can see that the main price highs on the chart are decreasing. Moreover, you can see there was an impulsive breakthrough of the support level. Also, you can see that the main price highs on the chart are decreasing. Moreover, there was an impulsive breakthrough of the support level. All of this indicates that the price has a good potential for a decline, and it will likely decrease. In this situation, I took a 1-minute trade considering that it's against the main upward trend. Here we can't talk about the complete price reversal yet. Therefore, I'm defining the price decrease as a correction. It's likely that after such a decrease, the price will continue moving upward along the ascending trend. So to prevent my position from being shaken out here, I'm using 1 minute. Let me wait for the results. This ain't bad at all. As you can see, there wasn't a significant downward movement in a minute here. The price entered the consolidation zone. However, her trade closed below the entry point and I made good profit here. You can see that now I have the first $100. That means that my deposit has already increased more than 10 times. Let me continue. Here I have the price moving along an uptrend. As you can see, the price is making a retracement down to the support level and at the same time is starting to bounce up from this level. In such a situation, I'm going to open a 3-minute long trade because I believe that in the near future, the price will make a good bounce up from this level. Also, you can see that there is still some significant distance to the last price maximum. Additionally, the main price lows on the chart are getting higher. As you can see, the price is moving more impulsively upwards, while the pullbacks down are not quite significant. All this indicates that the price has a potential for an upward movement, and with a higher probability, the price will continue to move up in the near future along the uptrend. I've also used a 3-minute trade here with margin, considering that the price may enter in consolidation zone or experience a pullback downwards. But let's wait and observe and see the results. This was quite interesting. As you can see, the price entered the consolidation zone and couldn't break out of it for 3 minutes. However, I still managed to close above the entry point here and make very good profit. Now let me continue and find my next situation. Here you can see that the price has been moving along an uptrend. Then I witnessed a price reversal indicated by a significant price drop. Currently, I'm seeing that the price has entered a sideways market where there was some previous trading activity. Additionally, as you can see, the price slightly missed the upper boundary and started to decline. Therefore, I'm going to open a short position here. I believe that from the upper boundary, the price will now move towards the lower boundary of the sideways market. Moreover, as you can see, the main price highs on the chart are decreasing. Also, recently, the price has been predominantly moving downwards with impulsive red candlesticks. And last time when it reached the first boundary of the sideways market, the price showed a strong decline down to its lower boundary. So this time the price may follow a similar scenario. Additionally, this trade begins with the current trend, namely the emerging downward movement. Therefore, there's a high probability that the price will continue to move down along this trend. So here I've set a time frame of 2 minutes with the buffer. Currently, you can see that the price is already touching the lower boundary of the sideways range. Then wait for the results. This is great, friends. As you can see, here the price breaks out of the sideways market downward with the momentum. Several red candlesticks form on the chart in a row. Here I am making a very confident profit. You can see I chose a very excellent entry point here and 2 minutes was quite enough for this. Let me continue. As you can see here, we have a well-defined downtrend. Here the price has made a quite strong upward retracement. At the moment, the price is bouncing down from the resistance level and red candlesticks are appearing on the chart. In this situation, I'm going to open a short trade because I believe that with a high probability, the price will continue to move along the downtrend. Also, you can see that the major price peaks on the chart are noticeably decreasing. Moreover, there is still a significant distance to the lowest point on the chart. All of this indicates that the price has a good potential for a downward movement. In this situation, I've taken a 2-minute time frame into account, considering that the price may enter in consolidation zone or experience an upward retracement. But as you can see, the price is already showing a decrease now. Let me wait for the results. This is awesome. You can see the price continues to move down in a downtrend, showing a good decrease. Here I was able to confidently enter into a plus, and as you can see, 2 minutes was quite enough for this. Let me continue. So here we have the price currently touching the resistance level, and then the red candlesticks appear on the chart. In such a situation, I'm going to open a 2-minute short trade immediately. I think that from this level, the price will make a full rebound and move down. And as you can see previously, the price touched the mark level twice and showed a good decrease. So here I understand that the price has a potential to move down. Also, until the support level where the price reversed last time, you can see there is still a long way to go. So with a high probability, the price will continue to move down to the support level in the near future. Also here I've used 2 minutes with the margin, considering that the price may enter a trading zone or there may be an upward correction. But let me wait for the end of this trade. This is not bad at all. You can see the price makes a good downward rebound from the resistance level, and even despite the subsequent upward correction of the price, you can see our trade closes below the entry point, and I made quite a good profit here. You can see now I have the first $1,000 in my deposit, and I'm confidently approaching my trading goal. So let me continue. So here, as you can see further, after bouncing off the resistance level, the price comes back to this level again. Currently, the price is at the level of the previous maximum. So here I'm going to open a short trade for 2 minutes because as I can see here, there's still some distance to the previous price minimum. So the price has a potential to decrease here. And I think that this time the price will rebound from the marked level because you can see here that the price is slowing down near it again. And as you've seen before, the price has failed to break it 3 times already. So there's a high chance here that this time the price will move down. In this situation, I've entered the trade from a higher point on the chart, and I used 2 minutes because in such a time frame, the price is most likely to show a good decrease, and in the previous trade, we didn't manage to enter from the resistance level itself. Therefore, within the same time frame, the price after showing a decrease started to move up. So here I entered from the maximum point. Therefore, I think the price won't have time to make upward corrections and will be able to catch a good downward movement. Let me wait for the results. This is great. You can see the price is bouncing off the resistance level again, and here I was able to get a confident profit, and also the 2-minute time frame was perfect for this trade. Let me continue. So here I'm adjusting the levels because I've identified a pretty clear sideways range in which the price has been trading for some time now. As you can see, the price once again touches the upper boundary and bounces downwards. In such a situation, I'm going to open a short trade because I believe now the price will move towards the lower boundary of the sideways range. And as you can see, this is exactly how the price behaved before. Also, you can see that the main price lows on the chart were formed almost at the same level. So I'm going to lower the lower boundary a little because I can see that there is still a significant distance to it from our entry point. All this indicates that the price has a good potential for a decrease, and there's a high probability that the price will move downwards in the near future. And also I used 2 minutes with the margin, and now you can see that the price is already going down. Let me wait for this trade to finish and see the results. This is great. You can see the price is just a little short of reaching the lower boundary of the sideways range, but it still shows a good decline. Here I'm making a very confident profit, and also 2 minutes was ideal for this situation. So let me see what's happening in the market next. So as you can see here, the price is again touching the lower boundary of the sideways range and is making an impulsive bounce upwards. In such a situation, I'm going to immediately open a long trade for 1 minute. I believe that the price will continue to move upwards now and will touch the upper boundary of the sideways range because as you can see, the price continues to move within the sideways range, moving quite well from boundary to boundary. You can see there is still enough room to reach the upper boundary from our entry point. This also indicates that the price has a potential for a rise. In this situation, I'm opting for 1 minute trade as the price impulsively moved up from the lower boundary. 2 minutes will be too long for this trade because within that time the price could have already touched the upper boundary here and started moving down again. And considering all these factors, I'm choosing 1 minute. Let me wait for the results. This is awesome. You can see the price continued to move upward and almost touch the upper boundary. Here I made quite good profit, and as you can see, 1 minute was just enough for this trade. So let me choose my next entry point. So here I can see the price continues to move sideways. At the moment, the price is touching the lower boundary. Therefore, I'm going to open a trade for 3 minutes on the upside. I think the price will continue to move within the sideways range and will now show growth towards its upper boundary. As you can see, the main price lows are forming at approximately the same level. Therefore, the price should not go much lower than our entry point. And with a high probability, I'll see a bounce up from this boundary soon. In this situation, I use 3 minutes, considering that the price may enter a trading zone near the lower boundary and then bounce up. Also during this time, the price is more likely to show a good growth and be able to touch the upper boundary of the sideways range. So I'm going to watch the chart and see what happens in the near future. Well, this is excellent. you can see the price has just entered the consolidation zone, and meanwhile I managed to close above the entry point and I made very good profit. You can see now I have nearly $12,000 in my deposit. My trading goal for today has been achieved, so I'm closing my position and leaving the market. So as you can see, today's trades were quite good. I made very good profit and hit my goal for today. You can be able to find similar situations on your own. Practice on them because most of the situations repeat themselves. You need to practice a lot, and then you'll be able to make very good profit, and you'll become familiar with most of the situations and with technical analysis. If you'd like to join, just go under the description box. It has a link to my personal chat and write me with the code word money team. And also don't forget to support this channel by liking the video, sharing this video, and subscribing down below to my channel. So I wish you good luck in your trades. Until next time, bye bye.